Alright, so this is going to be the Q&A section. It's about 3 seconds after my last video. So this will be the next 15-minute segment of this video. It's a two-parter this week. It's not always going to happen like this. But first want to do some shout-outs to some people that actually mentioned me in their last YouTube videos. And I appreciate the referrals, Big Gal Reviews, everybody that follows Drag Race and watches YouTube videos. The reviews knows Big Gal Reviews. She is amazing. Nikki Cole, you can follow her on Twitter. Of course, I'm going to do all the links and everything to everyone's channels that I mention here in their pages. But you definitely have got to check out Big Gal Reviews. She does great reviews, and it's always funny. She tells you about her life, and she really does not like Santino rice. So, if you go to her channel and do her reviews, you should leave some comments about leggings. She loves leggings. If you like Santino rice, don't leave any positive comments about Santino on her page. Second shout out that I got this past week on YouTube was from a fairly new YouTube reviewer, Caitlin Parker. I really appreciate the shout out. She actually does this interesting thing where the first comment that's left on her page, it's a way to get people to interact with her. She actually gets you the first person to comment below the video. She'll do a shout out to you in the next video, and if you have a channel, she'll watch your videos and she'll actually review your reviews, which I think is very interesting. And she commented on mine about the Tammy Brown, a special guest that was in one of my videos. Caitlin is very, very, very introspective about the reviews. She goes more into detail than I do. I see a lot of my reviews that I did last year where I really went into detail about it. This year I'm just fucking lazy. So, as you can see, my notes are just on one page. I used to have reams, just books, binders full of comments on all the reviews. The only thing that me and Mitt Romney have in common, maybe our sense of humor too. But if you're looking for a very in-depth, I mean, it's not an overly long review, but a very in-depth review that gets right to the point, and she's very positive too. She tries to find the good in all the performances. You definitely want to check out Caitlin Parker's channel. I really, really do enjoy watching her reviews, and I think you will too. Promising new YouTube reviewer for RuPaul's Drag Race is definitely Blake. He's my Facebook friend. I've done a couple shout-outs to him last season when we were doing reviews. He's fairly new to the game, but he sits there and he's probably got binders full of notes too on the episodes, because he gets really into it. He does the rundown on the runway, he does the mini challenges, the full challenge, and he does a very thorough job of doing the reviews. He gets really excited too. He's like bouncing. It's like me on too much coffee. I really need coffee right now though, because it's about midnight and I really need Starbucks. I think I might go to... Oh shit, I can't go to Starbucks because my fucking car is in the shop. It's okay, it's just still Friday. Also want to say welcome back to Brad. Brad is finally back, and he's making videos now on YouTube, so hopefully over the next couple weeks we'll see more from Brad as well. The best new YouTuber that I've discovered in the past couple weeks is... Oh, shit. Okay. I don't know if you can see this. I just spilled water all over my stupid notes. So, guess I will have to go to the computer now for my notes. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's actually somebody right outside my window that's talking. It was like, it's now, what time is it? 12:30 right now, and there's someone right outside my window talking. I wonder if they're on Grindr. Maybe they're hot. Anyway, back to what I was about to say. The best new YouTube reviewer that I've stumbled across in the past couple weeks is actually he does the reviews in drag, which is something that we've really only seen with Throw and Shade and a few other reviewers. Most of the rest of us are just your average everyday fan. But this person, Tim Jones, or Tim, not quite sure how he got the name. It reminds me of Tiny Tim. And when I first heard the name, that was the first thing that popped into my mind was Tiny Tim. Most of you are not going to know who the hell that is, but it doesn't matter. I'm not that old. What makes these reviews... I'm actually going to be a little bit quieter because I can still hear the person talking right outside the window, and I don't know why they're out there. But, and for some reason my voice kind of carries, and you can actually hear me right outside the window. But what makes these reviews a lot more interesting, and a little bit, I'm not saying the others are not interesting, but what makes this a little bit unique is he goes into the psychology of the episode. He goes really deep. I'm a psychology major myself, so I really take appreciation to the fact that he takes the time to literally go into detail about the challenges and his personal feelings about them. Like this last video that he did, he talked about the ritual humiliation that the queens had to go through on the streets of LA in the Streetwalker Challenge. No, kitty, don't go into the window. I don't want the person to actually see me. But my cat is like snooping. Alright. Anyway, he really goes in depth. And he was talking about the ritual humiliation that the queens had to go through on the streets of LA for this last challenge, and I had not really thought about it that way until I actually saw his review, and it made sense. He really had a very good point. So you'll definitely have to check his reviews out downstairs. Sylvia? She always wants to be in my videos. Alright, well that's done with the shout out portion of this video. I'm going to do this more often, every week. I'll do a little shout out right at the beginning of the Q&A section. There's always new reviewers that I can promote and do referrals for. So I'm going to be doing this more often. Now on to questions. No. Sylvia, get out of the window. This cat's going to get me murdered or raped. Alright. The first question that I got on my Tumblr, like all of my comments so far this week on Tumblr have been anonymous. I guess that's what I get for actually encouraging the anonymous questions and answers. But this person goes, last year, one of your YouTube competitors had interesting pet names for the contestants. What are your pet names for the contestants this year? I think Chad should be called Corpse Face. You can thank me for this later. First of all, like I said on my Tumblr, I don't have YouTube competitors. The person that he's referring to is Big Gal Reviews, I mentioned earlier. She was calling Dita Ashy McNasty, I think was the pet name that she gave. And this anonymous Tumblr thinks Chad should be called Corpse Face. First of all, I don't do pet names for people unless they really, really, really deserve it. Fifi almost got a pet name last year, but I didn't actually use it in my reviews. So I'm not going to call anyone by a pet name. Corpse Face is kind of funny, but really mean. Chad is nice. I like Chad, but let's face it, he is the oldest one of the contestants. He still looks younger than his age, but he's had a lot of work done. But I'm not going to call him Corpse Face. While I was doing this video, I'm just going to pop up saying that I got a new follower on Tumblr. Welcome, currently known as a new follower. Alright, another anonymous question on Tumblr. Are you lazy? Because your YouTube page says you are recapping American Horror Story and I don't see anything there. I actually am going to be reviewing American Horror Story, but I actually have been kind of lazy. Because I did the first part of the review probably about 2 weeks ago, and it's just kind of just sitting in my YouTube video editor, and I haven't really touched it. But I promise, before the season is out, I will have at least one review of Asylum. Next question, also anonymous. You said Chad doesn't look like a man, but rather a prostitute in this week's mini-challenge. So they talked about this last week, and they're actually commenting on my last review. You also said that he looked like Tatiana on a good day. You also posted a pic of a creature and said that Tatiana needs to retire. What is your beef with Tatiana? Seriously, get a life. Okay. Like I said on my Tumblr, because I actually posted a text response there, I actually do everything for fun. I do reviews for fun. Don't take it too seriously. Tatiana, I actually think during her season, she was very pretty. I think she got bullied by a lot of the other contestants, unfairly. So, I just didn't like the fact that Logo kind of just threw her back on the show and intended for her to throw shade, because that really was not her personality at all on the show. So, after this week, you won't hear me mention Tatiana again negatively, so just chill out. Also, an anonymous comment on Tumblr. Just for the record, if you ever did do drag, I think you would be terrible at it. That is really going to get me killed. She keeps going to that window. Alright. Next question. Damn it, man. Sorry. Okay, in your previous video on YouTube, you said you had no fashion sense. Yet after seeing most of your videos, I've seen that you usually wear dressy shirts, so you've clearly got some fashion sense. I wouldn't wear dressy shirts in a simple YouTube video. It's not necessary. I also don't think your target demographic, which are going to be mostly drag show fans, drag queens themselves, would mind if you tried doing drag on cam at least once. Try it. Who knows? And this is not a dressy shirt. This is Hot Topic. Most of the shirts that I wear for these videos are Hot Topic, so it's not dressy shirts. You might not have a fashion sense. Okay, so we're in the final minute of this video, so I have to hurry it up a little bit. I welcome anyone's questions, comments, and video responses. I really want more video responses, so if you can do questions by video response, that would be great. But I will include those in the next video, which will probably be coming out next week. It will probably be coming out later, probably like Wednesday or Thursday, because I'll have my car back by then, and I'll be busy. Oh, and it's also Thanksgiving next week, so maybe it probably won't be out until the weekend next week, because it is Thanksgiving. So, hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, most people celebrate Thanksgiving. No, actually, it's an American holiday, so most people don't celebrate Thanksgiving around the world. But everyone in America does, so hope you have a happy Thanksgiving, America, and to the rest of the world, wish you celebrated Thanksgiving. Alright, see you next week.